It's time to move the hens again today. It's our time of the week. But you can see that we've had a lot of rain, and this area is really just getting wet. We got some standing water, and just everywhere around them. There's just so much squishy parts in the ground. So we're gonna get the girls moved on to new ground today. You can see them all in there, all looking at me like, dude, hurry up, what are you doing? Hurry up. We'll get them moved over here, which is actually slightly elevated. It has good runoff, so that area will be dry and much better for them. You can kind of see how this used to be watermelon fields way back a couple generations ago, which is why we get so much water collecting here, because it was all designed so the water would get down into this area, and then when it rained, it would be really useful for the crops. Take a look at this. See this brown line? That is the electric fence in the grass. So as the grass grew up and touched it, it got burned. Kind of cool. You get to see the effect of that very clearly. Girls like the new setup. Nice dry ground. First thing they're doing is digging themselves some holes and giving themselves some dust baths. Obviously something they couldn't do while they were in a quagmire, so they're happy. Happy chickens. All right, another day, another pile of wood. This one's quite a bit smaller, but it bugs me because of where it is. So, and I got this trash over here I got to get rid of too. All right, let's get after it. All right, that's pretty much it. I got a couple of pieces here that are too big, but I'll turn these into fence posts, I think. But then some other chunks that aren't going to go through, because it's only got a 6-inch throat on that wood chipper. And then somewhere right in here, I don't know if you saw me playing with it, there's a little brown snake. He's about 12 inches long. But anyway, he wanted to be in the leaves. I tried to get him out of the way. I'll be able to see him. Look at that monster. Wow. He wasn't having any of it. He wanted to stay right where he was. Ooh, man. Good stuff. All right, I got to pick up a couple of tools that I was using, and then I should be good to go in and get some breakfast. Tell you what, I haven't really done a review or anything like that, but I'll tell you what, this tractor has been just a blessing for us. You know, a lot of cases, as I've read and I've heard from others, including a mentor, that if you're starting a homestead, you don't need to have a tractor. You know, but then they caveat by saying, always remember that a tractor is a tool, and it's meant to be put to work. And if you have things that this should do in order to get your homestead going and to do what you want to do on your property, then all right, you got to make that call. We've needed it. We've cleared a lot of land with the rotary cutter, with cutting trees and using the wood chipper and the box blade for fixing the road and the grapple for carrying the trees. I mean, it has carried its weight. This piece, this Woodland Mills chipper is pretty fantastic. As I say, it's got a 6-inch throat, which means that part right there where the gear is that goes in. You could take a 6-inch log in there. It bogs down pretty heavy, at least on this tractor, at least on the way I'm operating it. It could be operator issues, but you saw, I mean, it burst through that pile eventually, and it's a lot faster than if I was chipping it by hand. The other thing I point out is this is totally a PTO-driven, PTO, find it? There it is. PTO-driven instrument. That thing down at the bottom there that has this cap on it right here, that is a hydraulic fluid reservoir. So it does have hydraulics and it works with that, but the hydraulic system is built into the device and it's driven by the PTO. So you don't have to have hydraulic hookups on the back of your tractor in order to use this instrument, this device. This is a WC68 wood chipper. It's a good tool, man. I like it. It's doing a job for us here. And I'm getting pretty close to where I need to open it up and change out the blades, or in the case they have here, I think you just reverse them to put the sharp ends out. And then, then it's good for another 20 hours, I think, of chipping. But yeah. All right, that's a good morning. I'm sweated up. I gotta go in and get some breakfast. Whew.